the first thing is to have faith and know that if you're truly standing in your truth and you're standing for something that's bigger than you, know that it will always turn out in the right direction.
Once you know that you're doing something wrong, then in my opinion, I have no choice. Otherwise, I can't live with myself.
When I lost access to my Twitter account, there was an opportunity that was presented to us where I could have deleted the tweet and I could have got my Twitter account back, but I refused to do that.
My dad is Kevin Sorbo. He played Hercules on TV and a bunch of other things. Around the time I turned 8-ish, my dad got canceled from Hollywood.
And they asked me, why is it so important to you to say biracial? Why can't you just say black? And so, because I am. And so Barbara was very upset. And so she's like, well, our president, 2014, Barack Obama, he's biracial too, but he says black. And I was like, okay. And well, congratulations to the president. I mean, it's interesting to me because he was raised by his white mom and his white grandmother, and his black dad was nowhere to be found.
At the hearing, nobody would even look at us. This is gonna be voted down, like for sure. And like before I give them the satisfaction of voting this thing down, I'm pulling this effing deal from them.
They basically allowed themselves to be completely controlled for whatever political nonsense, and everybody else probably watched that thinking if they can do that to her, they'll do it to us.
That's right. They tore all those relationships apart, and 60 Minutes never recovered. They never, ever, ever got back their moral courage.
People would even say, like, I should take my own life. And I still get that today. And it hurts so much because these were people who I once loved. People who I once looked up to. People who once treated me like I was a role model, a hero.
So I went from going on these crazy sets and falling in love with the movie industry to realizing at such a young age how dangerous and volatile it can be.
So how realistic were the editor's portrayal of you?
Yeah, I accept everything they did, to be honest with you. Like, they showed the good and the bad in me. A good and bad part about me is that I'm someone that, like, if I think you're full of crap, I'm going to tell you you're full of crap.
I got sucker punched, crucified in July of 18. We had the truth out in December 18, January, and that's where it happened. It was like, okay, you gotta go. You gotta start over.
We're not going to complain. Even though we're banned on all these platforms, it builds our character. The more that people try to push back against us or censor us, the stronger we become.
The night before the lawsuit dropped in late April of 22, I wanted all of my kids to understand what was about to come. Because in the past, anything I had said had been blown up, and they would hear it from teachers or coaches or other parents. And I was crying. My son looked at me and said, Mom, it's about time you stood up for yourself.
If I want to do something that I think is best for me, that completely goes against what the lead or anyone else has to say about it, then I'm going to try to do it.
So what you realize is that they don't care at all, but I care. That's the thing that drives me and keeps me going. And I guess I probably am resilient, but I'm resilient because I have a responsibility. I have the ability to let people know what the truth is. And I trust them. I trust that there will be enough people who will stand up and do the right thing. I really do think so.